Hello, my name is Isaiah Newberry. I am studying electrical and computer engineering, and this is my video on this stuff. The project was to display the symbol for pi on a 8x8 LED matrix using a multiplexer and GPIO pins from an FPGA. So we are also doing this project to get familiar with state minimization by cycling through these 8 columns, rows. The columns and rows are switched. It's weird. But cycling through the columns really quickly and efficiently so that it lights up properly. Okay, so this is the pin layout for the GPIO for the FPGA I'm using. So notice here we have 0 through 8, 10 through 24, and then a 3.3 volt supply and a 5 volt supply. For this specific chip, which is this CD4051B, it only needs like the 3.3 volt power supply. So based on this code that she gave us, like this is the example code for us to build off of, she has the inhibit A, B, and C connected to the GPIO ports of 0, 2, 4, and 6. So you got 0, 2, 4, and 6. So this white, black, brown, and red is connected to the first 4 pins, right? Here is the A, B, and C wired up. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is wire up the LED matrix from the multiplexer chip. So I have highlighted in green all of the ports that are going to need to get wired up from this MUX chip. So we have rows and columns. The rows are gonna get wired up from the chip, and the ones that are in pink are the columns, which are gonna get wired up from the GPIOs. I'm not going to explain every single step to this, but I'm going to show you one wire up in the process behind doing it. So, for example, say I want to wire up, I don't know, let's do R5. Oops. Let's say I want to do R5. So row 5 is going to be pin 4, right? So I'm going to need to put a wire from this channel to that hole. So from this row to that row. Here is the breadboard all wired up. Unfortunately, I did not have another wire besides this jumper cable to connect the multiplexer to the LED matrix. I ran out of long wires. I'm gonna have to get some more. Let's go plug it in. Hey, it is post-Christmas, and luckily I got some breadboard wires to replace that ugly jumper wire that was there before. Shout out Uncle Jay. Okay, so I made this little drawing on this whiteboard to kind of further explain what's going on here. This is, all 3 of these things are just from the handout or the data sheet that I found online. So these are this is the pin configuration for the multiplexer, and these are the available channels on the MUX, which correspond to which row I'm going to be sending to the 8x8 LED matrix. So, yeah, like all these pink lines are where the wires are going from the chip to the 8x8 LED matrix. So these are all like breadboard wires, if you will. So if you look up here, see that second, or pin 15 is channel 2, which is gonna go to R3. Load, please. So look at that. Goes to R3. So I did that for every single one of them. This was honestly probably a waste of time, but Yeah, and then these are the GPIO inputs that go into the breadboard. So that's all of these right here. These, focus. These right here. They kind of correspond pretty well with that.